Hi, I'm Paul Jeal, Senior Producer, Formula 1 2011. So yeah, we're obviously immensely proud of F1 2010 and all the things that achieved, but there's still so many ideas that we wanted to get into that game that didn't manage to make it in. So F1 2011 for us is very much about polishing the areas that are in F1 2010, getting the car handling better, improving the AI, the pit stops, all these type of things. But in addition to that, we want to include a handful of new features which really we didn't have time to implement last year. 2-player split screen, co-op championship online, playing through a season with a friend, competing to be the #1 driver, win the upgrades, and also increase the number of cars online. There's now 16 human players and 8 AI, making the full 24-car grids. So the AI is actually quite complex, and it was hard for us to get all those elements through in F1 2010. They had kind of one unique brain, and they would make one decision at a time. So it might be to go for an overtake, or it might be to slipstream, and they would be a little bit slow in adjusting to track conditions. So it works kind of quite well in rally games where the pace of the race is a lot slower, but in Formula 1 it's a lot quicker and they need to make more decisions. In Formula 1 2011 they're capable of evaluating every scenario that's all around them. They know about the track ahead, who's coming up behind, which enables us to then make better use of their real-life driver traits. So drivers like Hamilton and Alonso are going to go for smaller gaps. They're going to be much more aggressive, harder uses of the curves, perhaps a little bit more aggressive on the strategy, using the option tyres a lot. Drivers like Button, a little bit smoother, he'd probably do a little bit fewer stops in the race. So all of that's replicated in F1 2011. So quite often we get asked questions about whether we're going to do old seasons, classic cars, classic drivers, classic tracks. It's something we would love to do. At the moment we're very much restricted to the licensed content of each season, so 2010 and 2011, but we are in talks to try and see about getting some of those classic cars in, the Ayrton Sennas, Nigel Mansell's, Alan Prost, some of the classic cars, and hopefully watch this space and we might be able to get some of that for you guys in the future. So even features like the weather system, absolutely amazing in 10. Personally, I think it was our strongest individual feature, but we haven't even that's had an uplift this year. We've got dynamic clouds that roll in now. They're not just painted in as part of the scenery, so you'll really feel the darkness come in, the clouds move across, and the rain clouds come down. Also on the track as well, we've readjusted the tyre models, the way that works, so now if you're caught on the wrong tyre compound in the wrong conditions, it's really much more treacherous to be on slicks in the dry, and we've made some fine adjustments to exactly when the crossover point is between the different tyres. So I think in F1 2010 you could probably stay on the dry tyres or the intermediates a little bit too long. In F1 2011 it's much more treacherous to be on the wrong tyres, much more difficult to drive.